You can't really say, like, you and I are older, man. Like, you know that, especially when you're a teenager and you hear this type of stuff, it amps you up. It amps you up. You may not want to go get a gun and shoot somebody, but it kind of gets you in a mood. It gets you in a zone. And, and if someone, you get into it with someone during that time, as you listen to this type of music, you're not going to say it has zero effect.
Right.
It amps you up.
Right. Look at drill culture.
And it also romanticizes a lot of stuff that, as we're older, you don't really want to romanticize.
Right. But they were the first ones to really put power to pen. Yeah. As far as fighting back, or they was like the Malcolm X's of rap, and then you had Public Enemy, but they was more political with it. N.W.A was straight up fuck the police. They was straight up talking about killing cops. But for me, even with N.W.A, Public Enemy, these were the most dangerous rappers because they didn't influence people to go do nothing to themselves. They actually was causing people to look at the society and look at politics, and that's the real dangerous rap. No, and I get it. And to say, I feel that they had actually a lot of positive things that came out of there too. Oh, for sure.
I was fans of that music, sincerely, I was a fan of a lot of this stuff. Me and Chuck D still talk to this day. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never gotten to interview Ice Cube, but I would love to interview Ice Cube. I've interviewed Yella multiple times. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a huge fan, and look, my life, you could almost say that era of music influenced what my career became later on in life. Right. Because I was so in love with it. But you could also say that, putting out this type of imagery, like, for example, like drill rap, right? I remember me and Boosie, you could look up this clip, and I'll play a little clip of it right now for the audience. With all the craziness, because look, back in our day, you weren't talking about smoking your dead mother, smoking your dead friend. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit, like fuck your dead relatives, fuck your, all this type of stuff. That just didn't happen. But then Chief Keef, with his whole era, he changed all that. And then it became popular. Then you see just catastrophes happen in Jacksonville, where you have, Julio Fulio and that whole situation, where he's doing videos in graveyards holding up pictures of dead people, of friends of who he's beefing with. And some of these guys are kids. Right. They were killed at like 16, 15 years old. Right. And they're literally desecrating, they're doing it in front of their tombstones and stuff like that. I remember me and Boosie were talking. I said, let me tell you something. You know what's going to happen next? Because people are always trying to up the bar, right? They're trying to out-ignorant each other. Mm-hmm. I said, somebody's going to dig up one of their enemies and do a video with them. Yeah. You heard of YBC Duel? Yeah. Who got killed? There's a video of him, allegedly digging up one of his ops' graves. Now, that whole thing was fake. You find out afterwards that he was just not really doing that. But I bet you, because everyone always has to outdo themselves, right? Tupac talked about I fucked your bitch, and then later on, people talk about I'm smoking your dead enemy, your dead fucking brother and stuff like that. What I think in the future is going to happen is some rapper is actually going to dig up one of his enemies. He's actually going to go to a graveyard and take a video with the corpse. That's what I think will happen.
Bro, somebody finna do it.
Somebody gonna do it. Somebody, you're going to see the actual decomposing corpse.
Man, bro,
Am I right, though? I bet you it's going to happen. And just this week, there's a story that's been circulating that some dude that died some years back,
98,
somebody blew up his damn gravesite. They threw some dynamite or something, literally blew up the gravesite. It's almost what we were talking about.
I saw that, bro.
It's almost what we were talking about. Who does this? Who goes to a damn graveyard and plants bombs on a damn tombstone and blows up? And they showed pictures of it. Literally, it's like a big hole. Yeah. It's a dead body. What point are you making here? You're not hurting anybody.
Yeah. And that dude died in 1998.
That's what I'm saying. Damn. Which makes it even crazier.
How much hate is that? It's a wild world.
Seriously, man. Yeah. But whoever did that needs therapy.
To go back to your point, drill, I'm gonna say this, bro, is the most influential genre of rap in history. It's the only form of rap that's being done all over the world.
Right.
Like every corner of the world, they have drill.
Oh, no, listen, when I did a whole thing, like I went through the UK and interviewed a bunch of rappers, and some of them were drill rappers.
Yeah.
They had something called Brixton drill. Yep. That was a thing out there. I think it still is.
You can go to England, you can go to Germany, Africa, Australia. There is drill, they have a drill rap culture where they diss the dead and beef with each other on some gang shit.
Right.
That level of influence is crazy. Yeah. It is the most influential genre of rap in history.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, because like I said, I don't care how much I hate you. I don't care how badly we go at it. I'm going to leave dead people out of it. I'm going to keep your kids out of it. I'm going to keep your parents out of it. I'm going to keep your siblings out of it. Because they have nothing to do with what me and you got going on.
Yep.
And the thing of it is that a lot of people who I have beef with, we ultimately were able to come together and laugh it off and, you know, and do business together.
Yeah.
Once you start going over these lines, you can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
You can't, you know, you're burning your own bridges, not realizing how important those bridges are in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Because none of us are doing this alone.
Right.
We're all, you know, I mean, you're not sitting here in front of the camera, you know, by yourself right now. You and I are working together, you know. You're utilizing my platform, my followers. I'm utilizing, you know, your followers and your talent. And together, we're creating a product.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Now, if I talked about your dead mother and I had a picture of her with a bunch of Photoshop and a bunch of crazy shit and whatever else,
nuts,
you know, we couldn't do any more interviews after that.
Right.
That's it. It's the end of that, you know? But listen, man, sometimes you have to grow up to kind of realize this. And a lot of these guys, man, I've sat them down on and off camera, have tried to really reason with them, have tried, you know, I'm not going to say who it is because we're going to cut this part out, but you had some friction with someone I know. I tried to fix it during the course of this interview. Ultimately, it didn't work, but at least I tried. Mm-hmm. Right. At least I tried. I try to do that more times than people realize. But, you know, at the end of the day, most things can be fixed until you start crossing lines. Mm-hmm. You know? That's where we're going to end it. Wil Milz, man, our first interview.
Yeah, man. Hopefully you
come
back.
Hopefully the first of many.
Yeah, I know I'm leaving it. I came in good. I know I'm leaving this show, and I'm going to walk out them doors, and I'm going to say, what the fuck did I say? We got to have some problems, bro. But I'm with the smoke, man.
You're with the smoke.
And I'm going to stand on everything I say, bro.
Me too. Me too.
Stand on it
That's
all,
what
man.
it is, man. Until next time.
Thanks for having me, man.